So what else do we have going on? Topic wise, we have the Daily Wire's Friendly Fire. Here we go. I'm going to share the Daily Wire article. This is this is a Media Moses article. Okay. Oh, this is the one that is for subscribers only. Let me switch to the other one. Okay, here it is. MediaMoses.com. So this is our subscriber only look at Friendly Fire. There's a lot to read here, but I go over the history of the Daily Wire's latest issues in the last 6 months or so. So I gave you kind of a reminder of all the things that happened, like the Daily Wire laid off employees from Bentkey, seemingly due to financial trouble. Before that, Brett Cooper left her comment section show, rendering it somewhat mute by not crediting Reagan with the new job as host. Before that, Candace Owens left due to an uncharitable public relationship with Ben Shapiro. Hit after hit keeps coming for DW, which has made this a pretty rough year for us in conservative media in 2025. So there's just the layoff report from Breitbart and also the Hill reports on the layoffs here. But that was, a few months ago. People speculating that the company was imploding was some of them faithful ex-employees that believed that maybe the company overextended itself. But this is speculation, I say. What is confirmed about his exit is that Boring said he'd still be working as a creative consultant and handling other matters after leaving his CEO position. We have a previous article about him leaving Daily Wire, but is he really leaving? Really, he's more of a creative consultant, so to speak. He did release an AI-generated Jeremy Razor's commercial a month ago, so we know he's doing something, although maybe just someone else generated it. Who knows? We don't even know if Jeremy was involved in this, frankly. So that was released about a month ago. We can all speculate on what his official statement meant about what he's doing, but there's no really confirmation of his new creative work, really. A lot of people are asking about Backstage because he said he would be running the Backstage coming up. Nothing has shown up. But now, of course, now we have this Friendly Fire show, and I'm going to play some of this. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it.
September 10th, we celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the Daily Wire. 10 years of leftist tears. New shows, big moves, bigger targets. And first up is our newest show, Friendly Fire.
We're on the show.
This is it.
Yeah.
No safe words. You're the moderator.
My original proposal had been that Noel should be moderator. We all agree on that.
We're celebrating our first decade and kicking off the next 10 years by doing what we do best.
It's really true.
Picking arguments, starting fights, and filming the whole thing.
This is enough small talk, I think.
I got a little hungry. I hope that your wife made you that sandwich.
Oh my God. I think we do need a moderator, just a programming note.
September 10th on Daily Wire.
So that's coming September 10th, very soon. I think, 2 weeks or so. So I kind of take a little issue in the fact that they mentioned the moderator, but I shouldn't get like my panties in a wad over it. They're trying to be funny, right? But Boring is supposed to be the moderator on Backstage. And instead of Boring coming back to do Backstage, they start a whole new show and reference the fact that they don't have a moderator. So it's kind of like, oh, it kind of makes me kind of shuffle in my seat a little bit going, ooh, what's going on with Jeremy Boring? And I almost feel like that was a little bit on purpose.
It does kind of feel uncomfortable when you put it that way.
Yeah. So I don't know if maybe they're not reading the room and they're just trying to be funny, or if they actually did that on purpose. I don't think that there couldn't be some purpose in that, but I'm not going to ascribe malice to it, right? Or I prefer not to. They actually could use this as a moment to say, oh man, I wish we had a moderator, and then Jeremy shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Like that could literally happen.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to put that by them. I think that they're smart enough and funny enough to do that. I hope that they do that. I think that would be great if they did that, but I'm not going to bet on it.
Yeah.
And it really does feel like something's going on there with Boring and that he's probably not coming back. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that he is returning. There's a lot more I talk about here. Also about my feelings on this new move for Daily Wire. The show doesn't really excite me that much. I mean, I don't think that the, dynamic of having a Zoom, like our show, right, is great. It's great. I love doing it, but I'd rather do it in person. Like, I really would rather do that. That's what we were trying to do last week and the week before.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have all the money and equipment that they have, right? So it's not as easy for us to do that. Somebody I think even online used the excuse of, well, they're just not living close together. So that's why they can't do it. That is just a terrible excuse. I can't even I can't even express. That's just like a lame response. These guys are millionaires practically. You don't think they can give them a plane ticket and they can fly out to do the Ryman or something? They're not going to do that. Of course they're going to do that. Like, like it's a once a month thing. You don't think you can do that once a month? Come on. It's crazy. And they're not in Nashville. I think it's just Ben. Ben was already living in Miami when they were doing backstage before this. So we're maybe talking about one or two other the guys now. So this is just not a tenable answer for why they're not doing backstage.
So Ben was already flying in.
What's that?
So Ben was already flying in to do
They've
them
been flying
before.
in for like 2-3 years.
Wow.
Like, so that's not like I mean, unless they're really trying to say one of these guys are being really difficult. You know what I mean? Like one of these guys are just like, no, I refuse to live in Nashville now, and I'm not even going to fly in every month. Like I just refuse. Like, okay. That's probably something we should talk about if your guys won't even show up. Um, you know, I don't know. I think that's silly. I think that's just not believable to me. Um, I literally would drive in my car if I was working for Daily Wire. I would drive in my car every month to Nashville from Florida if I could do that.
Yeah.
It's just silly. It's just ridiculous,
Yeah.
you know? Um, but so I don't believe that's true. What I think is probably true is something's going on with Jeremy Boring. We don't know what it is. They've decided to not give us the benefit of the doubt to tell us what it is
Yeah.
and believe we can handle the hard news.
It does feel like they're hiding something.
Absolutely. Yeah. They're trying to hide it as hard as they can. Uh, whatever it is. I'm not going to say that has to be a bad thing. Remember, I speculated that Daily Wire was actually trying to hide a good thing from us
Hmm.
by saying, "Oh, Jeremy, he's just not around right now. He's working on creative projects," which is
Hmm.
exactly maybe what he's doing. And then he's going to unveil some huge creative project I mean, what else would you be doing for 6 months?
Hmm.
Like a huge creative project.
Yeah.
Not a liar. You're not lying that you're doing creative stuff. I mean, he's a Christian. I don't think he's just going to lie about that. So I
Hmm.
think he really is trying to do that. It's just how big is this reveal? Like, how big is it? I'm hoping it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, me and Emilio talked about this, that the fact that Breitbart talked about, politics is downstream of culture.
Hmm.
Sadly, so many of these companies, it feels like they're not focusing on culture enough,
Hmm.
which is exactly what Breitbart's point was, that we should focus on the culture more than the politics. And it's looked like Daily Wire just continues to focus on politics more than culture. And yes, the culture side of it is expensive, But guess what? Nobody forced Daily Wire to do the most expensive kinds of culture projects in existence, blockbuster type work. Nobody
Mhm.
forced them to do that. So I think that they need to be working on $2 million pictures, like, and then finding a community of directors and producers who can get talent and who can get scripts and who can make them happen for $2 to $3 million each. I mean, people would do that. I'd do that. I'd be pitching movies and all kinds of stuff in Nashville if I knew that they would bite, but they don't appear to be in that business, you know? And they hired and fired all these people for Bentkey. So that's not job security, you know? So it's kind of been a little bit like demoralizing. So that's Daily Wire's Friendly Fire. I hope that it's good. It's coming out September 10th. Right before that is Isabel Brown's new show, The Isabel Brown Show. It's supposed to be their new girly girl Gen Z kind of show, which I'm sure she's good. I've seen her on TV USA before, so she seems like she knows what she's doing, and I'm sure people will like her show. So her show's coming out September 8th. Then Friendly Fire's coming out September 10th, and supposedly they got a bunch of updates coming for Pendragon Cycle as well. And that is what I'm hoping for. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that this update on Pendragon is going to reveal what Jeremy Boring's been doing.
Yeah.
That to me is my hope, my long-lasting hope that he'll be like, and I've been doing this.
Yeah. The updates are coming in September, you said?
September 10th. Yeah. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
If they're going to be updating us on Pendragon, then that means they're going to be updating us on Boring. And if they're going to be updating us on Boring, then I think that little clip is a joke. And that Jeremy shows up after they ask for a moderator, and bam, there he is. He's
Mm,
the moderator. Or at least he shows up as the fifth person, the fifth wheel or whatever.
yeah.
That's fine too. They probably do like a call and they think they're calling someone else, and then Jeremy shows up. He's like, "Oh, were you looking for me?" And then Jeremy gives his, little 5-minute shtick on the Pendragon cycle, and then maybe they just move on with the show after that. Who knows? Maybe they just call Boring for 5 minutes. But that would be better than what they've been giving us for 5 or 6 months, which is almost nothing. I would like 5 minutes. That'd be great.